Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum everyone. So this is lab number 1, implementation of logic gates. Our main objective is to understand the operation of ODE, XIC and XIO and simulate the given tasks in Allen-Bradley PLC. So as you know that we are not able to access the Allen-Bradley PLC right now because of this epidemic. So we are going to perform all the experiments on the simulator that has been designed for Allen-Bradley PLCs. This is basically the name of the company who makes that PLC. Different companies make PLCs. So this lab is based on covering some of the basic instructions used in PLC programming. These instructions are some of the most used instructions in PLC programming. Once we explain in detail the instructions, then we'll have a look at how we can implement and use those instructions in real life applications. So there are some English mistakes over here, but we'll ignore them. So what's basically XIC, XIO, ODE and OSR? These are the symbols for examine if closed, examine if open, output energize and one short rising. So what are they? We'll work on them and we'll examine that how are they used in the circuits. So XIC says examine if closed, and this is the symbol for it, and the definition says that it examines a bit for an on condition. So this thing means that if you are applying an input to this gate, then it would be in on condition, otherwise it would be in off condition. So here 0 means false, that is if you are not applying any input, then you're not going to have output at the other end, and if you are applying input, then it will connect this line to this line, and thus you will have a true output for a 1 that has been applied. The devices that use these kind of switches, I must say, are start, stop, push buttons, selectors, limit switch, proximity switch, light, internal bits. And one more thing, use the examine if closed instruction in your ladder logic to determine if a bit is on. Okay, we'll see this, how this happens. So the next is XIO, examine if open. So this switch works when you have not applied any input. So this means that here 1 is equal to false. This is not true, so I'll be asking this question in your attendance criteria, that what was the mistake in the video. So this is not true. 1 is equal to false over here and 0 is equal to true. That means that if you are not applying any input, then it would be forwarding the output to the other end, and if you're implying any input, that is input is 1, then the output would be off, that is 1 is equal to false and 0 is equal to true. It examines a bit for an off condition, and these switches are also used in start, stop, push buttons, selectors, limit switch, proximity switch, light and internal bits, same as the ones that include examine if closed switches. So the next is ODE, output energize. This is just to check the outputs, like in control systems you had a look at the scope part of the circuits, but those of you who do not know what is scope, you can just imagine that this is only like a LED that turns on when the output is on and that turns off when there is no output. So these devices, lights, motor run signal, internal bits include output energize. Then is one short rising. One short rising is something that you can understand with the help of push buttons. Like when you push them, they are like on, and as soon as you release them, they are like off. So they are like triggers one time event. This can be opposite too, that is if you push them they are off, and if you release them they are on. The OSR, one short rising instruction, is a retentive input instruction that triggers an event to occur only one time. use the OSR instruction when an event must start based on change of state of the rung from false to true. When the input instruction goes from false to true, the OSR instruction conditions the rung so that the output goes for one scan. The output goes false and remains false for successive scans until the input makes another false to true transition. So this is basically that you will learn in detail when I'll explain the examples to you. It is basically a thing that triggers a one-time event, and we'll learn it in different domains, so you just don't need to worry about it. The lab tasks include implementation of AND gate using simple ladder logic, implementation of OR gate, implementation of NOR, NAND, NOT, XOR, XNOR, and then build an alarm system. Let's assume that we have 3 signals inputs that we get from field that warn us about some kind of fire danger. Any one signal turns the warning light on. Any 2 signals will sound the siren. All 3 signals will start the water spray system. And then exercise 9 says a PLC motor controller has a start button and 2 stop buttons. The motor is to run if start button is pressed. The motor stops by depressing any stop button. Construct a LAD for this motor control task. Use the following symbols for the inputs and outputs. Start buttons is 1, start 1. Stop button 1 is labeled as STP1. Stop button 2 is labeled as STP2, and motor starter is labeled as motor. So we'll move to circuit making. I'll do some things for you, and then I'll do the rest on you as a task. So you can see this clown over here who's sleeping, and as soon as I guess we'll touch something over here, he will wake up. Okay, I guess he's sleeping, so let him sleep. Okay, so this is ladder logic over here. What you need to do is that you need to implement your circuits over here. Okay, this switch over here is basically examine if open, this right here, and this is examine if closed. Okay, whatever circuit you make over here will go through a number of processes. I'll show you. So let's start making a circuit, a ladder logic with a simple examine if open case. So I'll just pick this from here, and you can see before I moved it to this green spot, it was showing me a red cross signal, a no entry signal, that you cannot paste the examine if open switch over here. As soon as I move it to the right place, it shows a green signal that okay, I'll accept it. So I've just pasted over here, and you can see this question mark over here. What does this question mark means? This question mark means that you need to label this input. If you have seen the first video that you must see, I've shown you that there are a number of inputs from 0 to 13 or 0 to 14. So you need to mention that which input this switch is taking. Either it's the first input, or it's the second input, or it's the third input. So I'll just move to simulations and then input output simulator. Why I am doing this, you'll just know it in a while. I'll just drag it a little over here so that you can see it clearly. You can see that over here in this input output simulator, it says that we have input 1. This means that the input ports are starting from the digit 1, and output 2. This means that the outputs are starting from the bit 2. Okay, what does this mean? You'll be clarified about this, so don't need to worry. So I'll just change this label over here like I:1/1. Okay, so I'll just enter it, and this means that I am corresponding to the first switch of I:1 of this column that you see over here. Now I need some output trigger over here that will show me that my system is having output or no. So you can see it's showing me a red signal, and here it shows me a green signal. I'll just release it over here, and you can see it has been connected at the end, but here's again that question mark. So I'll just double click on this question mark, and you can see we have output with the digit 2. So we'll just start it like this: output colon 2, and then it shows 1. Okay, so I need this bulb to show me the output, which would be the first one. So I'll just enter it. Now what I need to do is that you can see this thing over here which shows offline. I'll click it and we'll move it to download to PLC. Okay, so this has been downloaded to PLC. What does this mean? You'll get it, don't worry. So now I'll click to go online. This means I'm online. Now I'll click on run. Okay, so there were steps. First it was offline, then I downloaded it to PLC, and then I went online, and in this online section I checked the run option. Now this is the switch which is examine if open. So I've clicked the first switch over here. Okay, sorry. So this means that this switch means the 0 1. Okay, and this is the 0th output, and this is the 0th input. What I have done over here is that I have mentioned I:1/1, which means that this is the input that I am referring to, and you can see when I turn it off, the signal turns off, and when I turn it on, the signal turns on and the bulb over here glows. So we'll just change the system to know that how do we change these names. I'll first of all go offline, then I'll click this name over here. I'll change this name to I:1/0. I've pressed enter, and over here I've pressed O2/0. Okay, so I'll do the same things again. Download to PLC. It has been downloaded to PLC now. Now I'll go online, I'll run it, and now let's see if the first switch works. Okay, it's working. So the first port that refers to I:1/0, and when I turn it on, the bulb turns on, and this switch shows that when I turn the input on, the output glows, and if I turn the input off, the output's off. Now we'll just go offline, try some other things. Okay, so here's you see the examine if closed option. Okay, so am I naming them right? Let's just visit them again. So this is examine if closed, okay, and this is examine if open. So I was naming them wrong. I'll ask this question in your attendance criteria again, that what did I do wrong in the video. So this was examine if closed, and this is examine if open. Now what I'll do is I'll change its name to I:1/0. Wait, what did I do? I've termed the same input to both the gates, which is not a good thing to do. So what I'll do is that I'll change this to I:1/1. Okay, so now what is happening, that this input is referring to this switch, and this input over here is referring to this switch over here. Now let's download this to PLC, sorry, and now I'll go online, and now just run it. So let's have a look. Now when I've turned this on, so only the first switch, the bulb is glowing. Okay, Now what about the second switch? Okay, when I turn the second switch on, which was examine if open, that turns on only when the switch is open, so the output has turned off, because we have applied an input over here, which means that if you apply an input to examine if open switch, then what will result is that you will have no output. So input is being applied over here, which is why it is glowing, but the input that is being applied over here cannot reach the output section. So as soon as I turn this thing off over here, the bulb over here glows and the circuit works again. So now we'll move to make an AND gate. I'll just go offline, delete this thing from here, okay, turn it off, and now you can see this section over here. What does it do? You will see it gives me another branch. Okay, so I'll drag this into this branch. Okay, so here is examine if closed switch. I'll put another examine if closed switch over here, and we'll change its name to I:1/1. Okay, so I've named it, and let's now go online. Oh no, I need to download it to PLC. The next thing we do is go online. Okay, it's online. I'll run it. Now let's see if these two perform AND gate input, AND gate circuit or no. Well, what do you think? Putting to examine if closed switches in parallel, will this be an AND gate or OR gate? Let's see. I've turned this on, okay, and you can see the output is on. And I've turned this on, you can see the output is on. Okay, I turn the first one off, you can see the output is still on. So what we have made is an AND gate using examine if closed switches. Sorry, we have implemented an OR gate using examine if closed switches in parallel. So what to do if we have to make AND gate? We'll go offline, we'll delete this from here, and then this branch, and now I just press the delete button after selecting it. Now we'll put another examine if closed over here, and I'll name it to I:1/2. Okay, so this 2 means that we are not using this input this time, we're using this input, okay, which says 2. So I'll just download it to PLC, and then we'll go online, run it, and we'll see if we turn the first input on, you can see the input is on but the output's not responding. Now if we turn the second input on, the output is glowing. So if we turn the first input off, the output is off, the output is off. Turning it back on, you can see the bulb is on. So our circuit is behaving like AND gate. Now the rest tasks are on you. I hope they will be very easy, and you'll get to learn more about this Logix Pro simulator. This is the same way that you perform labs on the actual simulator, and I hope that you'll complete the tasks in given time and try to understand this as much as possible. So take good care of yourselves, do try this, and if you face any difficulty over any of the tasks, you can comment it down and I'll reply, and I'll try to solve all of the problems that you face, inshallah. So take good care of yourselves. अल्लाह हाफिज़।